Hi, I'm Dolly, but you can call me Dabz. So today I'm going to be doing the 12 Days of Christmas book tag, and the reason I'm doing this is pretty obvious because it's really soon, really close to Christmas. So happy holidays or Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Happy holidays to you guys. So before I start, the 12 Days of Christmas book tag was originally made by Lizzie Loves Books. I'll link her in the description so you guys can check out the original video. And there's 12 different prompts with things from you answer with either books or characters or whatever. And yeah, so let's begin.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree.
So number 1 is a partridge in a pear tree, and the prompt for this is, what is your favorite standalone book? So your favorite book that's not in a series or anything like that. And I had some trouble picking this one because all of my favorite books are part of series, like Harry Potter, the Renegades, Lunar Chronicles, whatever. But the ones I decided to choose for this one is either Almond or The Hobbit. And I know The Hobbit is it's in the same universe as Lord of the Rings, but it's technically not in that series. So I chose it. So Almond is it's a book by a Korean author, and it's translated from Korean. And it's about this boy who can't feel. He doesn't have emotions, and I really enjoy this book. I did a book review on it, and I did it for the Koreadathon. It was a readathon to celebrate Korean books and stuff, and I really ended up enjoying this one. And then The Hobbit is obviously, a lot of people know about it. It's The Hobbit.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
So number 2 is 2 turtle doves, and it's your favorite OTP or favorite ship, so favorite romantic relationship. And the one that I chose for this one is Nova and Adrian from the Renegades trilogy. And Nova and Adrian is such a, I don't know if I would call it enemies to lovers, because they don't know each other's secret identities at first, so it's not really they don't know they're enemies, but their relationship dynamic is so interesting, and I don't know, I just love their I just love it. But this actually carries on to the third one, which is,
on the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
3 French Hens, which is your favorite trilogy, and for that one I also chose the Renegades trilogy. So it's Renegades, Arch Enemies, and Supernova. This is basically a trilogy of it's kind of like superheroes. There are certain superheroes in the world, and the good ones are called renegades, and the bad guys, or the villains, are called anarchists. And it's about Nova, who is an anarchist, and Adrian, who is a renegade. But Nova goes undercover as a renegade, and it's about her kind of thinking about, am I actually on the right side? And has a bunch of very interesting. I really love it. That's why I chose this. Yeah, this is a alternative answer, is Masterminds. And Masterminds is about this group of kids who live in this town, and this town is very crime free. It's very I wouldn't say peaceful, but it's safe. And one day, one of the kids bikes to the edge of the city limits, which is the border of the city, because they've never been there before. And something weird happens. And when they investigate further, they realize that they're actually related to some of the biggest criminal masterminds in the world. This book was mind-blowing, which is why I chose it.
On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves.
So the fourth one is For Calling Birds, and for this one, it is your favorite mythical creature or like mythical beast in any book. And for that one, I chose centaurs from Harry Potter. And I chose centaurs because they're more human than a lot of different mythical creatures. And I think they're so interesting because they're so like mystical, if that makes sense. Like their personalities are so interesting in the books. And I'm rereading Harry Potter and I'm on the fifth book. And one of the centaurs has kind of a like big role in the book. And I just love reading about them. I forgot how cool they were. Yeah, centaurs.
On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden rings.
The fifth one is 5 golden rings, and for this one you have to name 5 golden books. And in the beginning, I thought that this meant like 5 books like that you loved, because like golden, but no, it means like 5 actually golden covered books. I have these. So I'm not going to talk too much about them because these weren't picked for their like storyline, just because of the cover. So I have Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. The Horse and His Boy, which is actually the 3rd book of the Chronicles of Narnia series. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which is like the sequel, I guess. Some people like it, some people hate it. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is another sequel, but this one is it's more like a prequel, I guess, to the Hunger Games series, and this one, like the songbird is, and the snake is golden. I really like this. I love this cover. And then The Kite Runner, which I actually haven't read, but I saw it in my bookshelf, and it's golden. It shines. So I chose it. Yeah. So that's my 5 golden books.
On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 geese a-laying 5.
So number 6 is 6 Geese A-Laying, and this one is your least favorite book. And for this one, I didn't know what to choose because this year so far, I've liked a lot. Like I haven't had that many like bad books or books that I didn't love. But I guess if I were to think of like just this year, the one that I disliked was like the Fairest of All. I keep saying it as like my least favorite book, but it's not like I don't like it. It's not like it's not like I hate it. I just didn't like it as much as some of the other like awesome books this year. Fairest of All is like a retelling. It's from the villain's point of view of Snow White. It's the evil queen. It tells like the story from the evil queen's point of view, and I don't know, I just didn't like it because I feel like it wasn't, the author was trying to write it as something to like give off this like vibe where it was like royal and like, but it didn't give off that kind of vibe, you know?
On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans a-singing, 6 geese.
So number 7 is 7 Swans A-Swimming, and for this one you have to choose a book with water on the cover. So for this one I chose The Siren. You can see there's water in the background and water on the back. And The Siren is actually a book that I buddy read with Coley Reads and XCX Pastella X a while ago. I did a book review on it, so if you want to check it out. And this book is about this girl, Kaylin, I think that's how you say it. And she's a siren, and she is bound to serve the ocean for, I think, 100 years. And she can't talk. If she speaks, the person that she speaks to dies. And I ended up enjoying this book more than I expected to. It wasn't like a favorite, but I did enjoy it a lot.
On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans.
The next one is 8 Maids A-Milking, and for this one, it's what fictional food do you wish you could taste? And for this one, I had 2 answers because my initial first thought was butterbeer, but the thing about butterbeer is I went to like Harry Potter World in Universal and I had butterbeer.
Butterbeer, I want to drink it again. It's like a caramel fizzy drink.
Obviously, that's not like actual butterbeer from Harry Potter, but like technically I had it, right? So I don't know if that was an answer that counted. So my second answer was ambrosia from I will spell, the Percy Jackson series. And ambrosia is basically this like drink. I think it was a drink, and it can like heal you in a sense, but it also tastes like your favorite food or like your comfort food. And I think that would be very interesting to like taste this thing, which tastes differently for everyone. It's cool.
On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 ladies dancing.
So number 9 is 9 ladies dancing. And for this one, it's your favorite dance between 2 characters. And I the only reason that I chose this specific dance that I chose is because I couldn't think of any other ones. But I chose the like Harry and Hermione dance in the 7th book. When they're like in the tent and they're dancing. But like I only chose that because it's the only one I could think of.
On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 lords a-leaping.
The next one is 10 Lords a-Leaping, which is your favorite book to movie adaptation. And for this one, I also chose The Hobbit. I love Harry Potter, right? If you've been on my channel for a while, you probably know that I like Harry Potter. But the only thing is that if we're talking about it in terms of like book to movie, like how accurate and how detailed and how like what I thought it was going to be like it is, Harry Potter isn't the best. They missed out on a lot of things, even though the movies are really cool. Which is why I chose The Hobbit, because in my opinion, after having read the book and the graphic novel and like watched the movies, it's pretty detailed and like pretty accurate in terms of like details and also like the vibe and energy that I get from it, like the scenery and stuff. So yeah.
On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 pipers piping.
So number 11 is 11 pipers piping, and the original prompt for this one was going to be your favorite book to movie adaptation soundtrack, but I didn't really know like which one. Like I do pay attention to like the music, but I don't like think of what my favorite one is exactly. So instead I decided to change the prompt to what is a book that you wish would have like a movie adaptation. And for this one I chose The Selection, which I'm not done with the series yet. I still have one more book to read, but I chose it because I think it would be so interesting to see The Selection as a movie, because it's such an interesting book, and I think that like it would be cool as a movie, and I want to see what the characters look like and how they portray it. And then like an second alternative would be the Lunar Chronicle series. And this one is just because I love the Lunar Chronicle series, and I think a movie version or even like a TV show version of it would be really cool. I don't have that much reasoning over this. It's just I want it.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming.
So the 12th prompt and the last prompt is 12 drummers drumming, and for this one it's what is your favorite ending to a book, since it is like the last part of the song. I didn't want to say the same things, because if I were to repeat answers I would have said like Renegades or Harry Potter and things like that, but I didn't want to repeat answers, so the next best answer I could think of was Scythe. So I have a book review of it, and in the book review I specifically talk about how I love the ending of this book. The ending of this book, it was crazy. It was great. I just love the end of this book. It's so mind-blowing and it's so action-filled, and like I said in my book review, it's the type of ending that like it's not a super cliffhanger like oh my god what's gonna happen next, but it's enough to make you want to read the next book. It's enough to make you want to like go on and see what happens. So that would be the end of my 12 Days of Christmas book tag. Like I said, the original creator is Lizzie Loves Books, so go check her video out, even though this was posted like 6 years ago. So I would show you all the books, but it's like this tall and I don't want it to topple over, so I'm not going to, but there's a lot. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please like this video and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and happy reading. I don't know what to do. Happy holidays!